Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Irina Steenbeek. I am the founder and managing director at Crossroads. We provide training and consulting services in the area of data management. Today, we will discuss the data management maturity trends in 2020. In this presentation, we will focus on three key questions. First, we discuss why a company needs to perform a data management assessment. Secondly, I will demonstrate how we perform the analysis. The last question is what global trends in data management Data Crossroads discovered. Let me start with a short introduction to the Data Management Maturity Trends Review. A couple of years ago, I designed a simple data management maturity scan. Initially, it was intended as a marketing tool. The scan is based on the Orange model, it's free of charge, it's anonymous, and it's accessible at the Data Crossroads site. To my surprise, within the 7 months of 2019, 63 companies worldwide have completed this test. I made an analysis, and the results have matched what I have seen in practice. Based on the results, I published the Data Management Maturity Review. During 2020, around 300 companies performed this scan again. As such, I decided to compare the results between 2019 and 2020. The results were entirely consistent. The key conclusion was that the level of data management maturity has grown. So in this presentation, I will demonstrate some results. In this slide, you will see the comparison of the overall data management maturity. Level 1 is the lowest level and level 5 is the highest. So you can see that no respondents have demonstrated the lowest level of overall data management maturity. The percentage of companies at level 2 has decreased, and at the level 3, the percentage of respondents has grown. The number of companies at level 4 has remained the same. Now let's briefly discuss why a company should perform a maturity assessment. I heard different opinions from data management professionals about maturity assessments. Some of them haven't seen any use. Others like the idea. In my opinion, the advantages of using a maturity assessment for data management seem pretty obvious. Each company manages data in one way or another. Some companies have already formalized a data management function. Others have not. Regardless of this, any company can still measure its data management maturity. A maturity assessment serves two purposes. The first one is the improvement of performance. You do it in several steps. First, you assess the situation as is. Then you define a to-be status that should be achieved within a defined period. The differences between these two statuses highlight the gaps. And then you identify practical steps to fill in the gaps and reach to-be status. The second reason is to benchmark the results of your company with peers in the industry. The Orange maturity model developed by Data Crossroads serves both purposes. Now let me briefly introduce you to the key concepts of the Orange model. The Orange model is the development of Data Crossroads. The Orange model defines data management as a business capability. A business capability is the ability of a company to reach some goals and deliver outcomes. The same goes for data management. Data management designs and implements data chains that support and enable business value chains. Data chains transform data into information. A set of data management sub-capabilities enables the functioning of data chains. Data management framework, data quality are examples of such sub-capabilities. Each company should identify its scope of data management and the set of required capabilities. 4 dimensions describe each sub-capability. Role, process, data, and tool are the key dimensions. For example, take a look at data modeling capability. Data models are the key outcomes. To design a data model, a company should have processes in place. A data modeler is a role that performs processes and delivers data models. A data modeling tool will enable the design of data models. Now we will take a brief look at the Orange methodology to measure maturity. The maturity model has 4 key components: building blocks, assessment criteria, assessment methodology, and maturity levels. Let us start with the first component, building blocks. The basic simplified model has 5 building blocks. These are data chain, data modeling, information system architecture, data quality, and data management framework. Role, process, data, and tool describe each of these sub-capabilities. Each of these dimensions can be detailed into an item level. The next component is assessment criterion. You can use either dimension or item per dimension. So you can assess whether a company has established data management roles, or you can do it at a more detailed level. For example, you can evaluate whether a company has a data modeler role. Each of the dimensions or items you can measure with one of the 5 statuses. These statuses are doesn't exist, informal, in design, in implementation, and operational. You can apply these statuses for every dimension. A process, a role, a tool, all can be in the implementation phase. The assessment methodology is simple. You calculate the average assessment for each data management sub-capability and then for the whole data management capability. So, this approach is really about measurement and not subjective perception. Now we can take a look at 5 key capabilities: data chain, data management framework, data modeling, information system architecture, and data quality. I have already stressed the key trend. The level of overall data management maturity has grown. The trend also applies to each of these capabilities. You can see a apparent decrease in the percentage of companies with uncontrolled and ad hoc level. The number of companies that have capabilities in development or capable status has grown for every of data management capability. In this slide, you can see the comparison by aggregated capability dimension. These dimensions are role, process, outcome, and tool. As you can see, the trend remains for every of these dimensions. As I said earlier, the simple scan includes 20 questions. Each of these questions corresponds to one indicator. Each indicator belongs to a particular sub-capability and dimension. So, on the slide you see the indicator data management policy and processes. Here you can clearly see the positive trends in the development of this indicator. You see that the Orange model provides an opportunity to benchmark your results with peers in the industry. So if you are interested, you can perform a maturity scan. You can also compare the obtained results with peers. You can download the assessment review. The links you can see on the slide. Shortly, I will publish a series of articles with detailed information about the results. This is the end of this presentation. Should you still have questions, please reach out to me through our website datacrossroads.nl or connect with me on LinkedIn. You can also schedule a free 30 minutes consultation with me. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments section below the video. Thank you for joining me today.